Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. The Packers at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Quick slant to Watson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2nd down and 8.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Aiden Hutchinson
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And Gay knocks this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 68 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming, Pat. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try to pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got room.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 119 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Now Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
So that, another sack for the first-round pick on the season. You know, he's shown here, Charles, in the first few months of his career that pass rushing, it might be a specialty of his.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that I graded him that way prior to the season. That's not necessarily what they drafted him for at all, but let's face it, they're going to take it, and I think they'll expand upon these talents that they found and keep sending him after the quarterback.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
On play action, they'll throw. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll look to throw again. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now complete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Dances by him.
148 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Julian Love picks it. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's the option going right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On play action, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. There he goes left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Once again, it's Swift.
And some space here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying